And I'm just going to talk to you very quickly, I've got no ICT, I'm afraid it's just me, about a concept called killer questions. I really wanted to come up with something that possibly I could use in both science and in my PE lessons, where the emphasis wasn't on me to question the students, it was about them questioning each other and challenging each other, both challenging their learning, challenging each other and learning from each other. So I came up with killer questions. All I did as a member of staff was taught my normal lesson and sent the pupils away for their homework to research a question that they thought nobody else in the room could answer. Few key things, so a few stipulations, is they had to know the answer to it. They couldn't just come in with a random question they didn't know the answer to. They had to relate it to what we were doing in lessons. Didn't have to be that particular lesson that day, but the topic we're doing. So it could have been, if we'd been doing rules in netball, could be a really obscure rule in netball or an application of that rule and how it applied it. Okay, so when they got a killer question, in lessons, I used it quite a lot as a plenary, started it off as a whole class plenary, and then broke it down later on as it was embedded in my lessons into a small group activity, because you've got a lot more engagement with the small groups, but you had to lead it as a whole group to start with so they understood the concept. When they got killer questions, if they got the chance to say their question related to their contribution to the lesson. Not necessarily putting their hand up and asking something or talking in the lesson, but whether they were polite, they were helpful, that sort of things that we look for at changing. Then they got to ask their killer question at the end. Pick 3 people to answer. If none of those 3 people could answer, they got, it's up to you to choose, a sweet reward. What I did was I tally chart, and at the end of the week, because I saw them 3 times each week, at the end of the fortnight, as we do 2-week timetable, the person with the most tallies got an achievement point, or you could choose a raffle ticket if you use raffle tickets, that sort of thing, and then build it up as you go along. And I had posters on my wall where they could see the tally chart. So they could see it there, immediate praise that they got, and they loved the fact that they could challenge people in their own group, their peers, to things they didn't know. But they had to know the answer so that they could then teach the people the answer to their question. Okay, so that's killer question.